This video will not be able to detail all of the reasons why you should not buy this product, but hopefully provide sufficient detail to deter you from making the same mistake that I did. If all you want this for is to trigger drum samples, then this is your machine, because it can do that, but it can't do any of the other things it promises. That's about it. It also likes to inject random parameters when you load in a sample. For example, this one loaded in at -2 tuning, reverb 7, and level 9. I didn't set any of that. It should have all come in at 0. So we've followed these directions to the letter several times, and it never works. We've got the SD card formatted properly. We've put their .dat file at the root. Actually removed all other files so there wouldn't be any doubt. Put it in here and started it as they recommended, and it's been saying this for a long time. I think I'm going to walk away and see if it does it like in an hour or so, because several times I've tried it for at least 10 minutes and it hasn't done it. So my conclusion is that it just doesn't work. So updating the firmware is supposed to allow you to use stereo files, but updating the firmware doesn't work. This is their utility for changing samples into samples that work on the MPX, but it doesn't work either because it actually truncates the files. And here's an example. So on this one, let's take this 06 file. You'll notice it's stereo. It's all the same specs they say will work. Stereo 44.1, 16 bits. You'll notice it's 7 seconds long. When I put it through their converter, same file, same thing, stereo 44.1, 16, but it's 6 seconds long. So it truncates it. So this makes it useless for loops. Now the thing is, this one works. This one will load into the machine. It's just truncated and doesn't loop properly. The one that it came from will not even load. It gets a file error even though the specs are exactly the same. And the specs are exactly the ones published by Akai. So there's a big problem here. And finally, my last complaint, and the reason I will never buy another Akai product, is when I needed technical support because their products don't work in multiple ways. Instead of having a chat line or a phone line or any way that you can talk with a human being to resolve all of these issues, they just have an old school web form that you have to fill out. And then when you fill it out, you have to put in the serial number and you have to put in your place of purchase, and then you have to actually have a screenshot or a digital file of your receipt, and you have to upload all that and then write in your entire problem. Well, I did all of this and it's been a week and Akai has not responded. 15 minutes now and it's still not doing anything. Here is the file looping properly in Logic Pro. Okay, it's been nearly an hour. I am fairly certain that this is not actually updating. I'm going to shut this down, take my card back, because I think I might have found a solution to getting at least mono files that work. I won't be able to use stereo files, and loops that won't truncate, but I will not use Akai's software because it doesn't work. So I'll show you what I did and we'll see if it works. Well, we're getting absolutely no love out of this machine. I got a audio file converter utility. I went to all the specs that Akai lays out, converted it to mono, wave. I loaded it in. As you can see, it tuned it up 1 randomly. It put reverb of 4 and level of 7 just randomly. And when I tried to play it, it says sound file error. So if I go over to the one that goes through their conversion utility, you can see that it added all kinds of things. It tuned it down -2, so I have to manually go set it to 0. And then if I go over here I have to turn the reverb off. And I have to turn the level down. So I have to do all these things manually. It should come in at 0, and it doesn't. And then I want to change this to loop. The final thing I want to show you is that this is the one that uses their software. All the other tools that I use 5 different audio tools to try to bring this loop in a way that it liked. And the only one that works is its own tool, but it truncates the loop. See? So it's completely unusable. Just jumps about, 4 or 5 milliseconds, I'm guessing. Can't use it. Completely useless. Need to send this unit back, and everybody involved in it needs to be fired. This is the state of 21st century customer service for fading technology companies. I got this form email that says, all the wrong things. It says that I contacted them by phone or email, and they don't have that option. The only way you can do it is by their form, which they have not responded to, and it's not in my spam folder. And this is the only thing I've received for them, which proves I did contact them, but no customer service whatsoever. When I clicked on that link, I can give them feedback on their customer service, which of course I rated as terrible. And then my only other option is to go through that same link and fill out that same form again that they did not respond to before. So it's circular, stupid, and really it's just frustrating because they basically have 0 customer service. They don't respond at all except with a survey. Even more interesting is this thing at the bottom, which shows other fading technology companies have gathered together and given their customer service to this InMusic brand's customer support sham fraudulent group that doesn't do anything but put up poorly programmed web pages and send out poorly worded emails. So basically, if you buy an Akai product, expect 0 customer support. So the bottom line is this is a terrible product. Nobody should buy it. Nobody should have ever released this. If they have a quality assurance department, they should all be fired. Do not buy Akai products.
Euch an die Beschreibung. Die Samples können als WAV-Dateien bis zu 48.000 Hertz verarbeitet werden. Eine Einarbeitungsphase für den Sampler ist ganz normal, aber danach haut alles gut hin. Ich benutze den Sampler nur für mein Studio, wo das doch etwas lange Laden der Kids nicht so ins Gewicht fällt. Fazit: günstiger Sampler mit kleinen Schwächen, eher für das Studio als für die Bühne. Richie A., Artist, Singer, Writer, Composer, Bremen, Germany, auch hier auf Amazon mit seinen Liedern.